Good evening, 5th and 6th grade. This is Mr. Malsan. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry it's been a little while since I've created a video, but I like to give some time in between lessons to give you the proper amount of time to get any assignments that I assign. Just to give you enough time to complete the assignments. And I don't want to overwhelm anybody. I know there's a lot that you have to do in other classes and other subjects like ELA and science and math, and so I want you to get those done first before doing my stuff. But at the same time, if there's an assignment that I do give you, I do want you to get that done too, because you do need music class. Okay, so that's why I give you a little bit of time, not like a month and a half. That would be a little too long. But I give you a few weeks, okay? So I apologize for that. But we and plus, like I've mentioned before, sometimes in school we go on a certain topic for a couple weeks in the building. I mean, when we're in the building, we're going through these lessons for 2 weeks or so. So we haven't learned anything new that we haven't already talked about here online. So it, it takes some time before I don't want to teach you the same thing again the second time in a row. uh, Make you watch a video 2 times in a row. You know what I mean? With that said, we are going to analyzing music, the why and the how. For fifth graders, this is going to seem brand new to you. Um, the stuff that we're talking about. For sixth grade, this is going to be like, why are we doing this again? Well, this is the stuff that might seem a little bit, um, you know, kind of like, why do we talk about this stuff? You might not be aware that you're even thinking about this stuff as you listen to music, but you are. So, think about it this way. Over the past few years together, we listened to tons of music examples. We've explored, in our classrooms, places like Ireland, Asia. We listened to pop. Did I just say plop? I did. Like plop on the couch. I did. Classical, pop, rock and roll, and all sorts of other different types of music. But it's always important to think about what you're listening to, right? It's like reading a book without any pictures or words, right? If you don't have a book without any words or any pictures, are you really reading anything? Are you really getting what is being read? Or are you are you actually learning anything? No, not really. It's kind of the same way with music. You may be enjoying the music, probably, but are you really getting all the benefits of the song? Are you really growing? Are you becoming a better musician, a better listener, if you don't really know exactly what it is that you love about that song? Maybe yes, maybe no. So sometimes it's good to kind of take apart and take everything that we've learned and kind of say, hey, this is why I know what I know. And you can tell a lot about a song by its mood, right? So the mood of the piece is an important part of why, well, okay, let me rewind a little bit. One of the things we listen to, and one of the things that we kind of focus on when we talk about how to describe a song, is the overall mood of the piece, right? So this is usually given away by the notes and the tempo, right? Tempo is how fast or slow the piece moves, right? In terms of its speed, right? Those are huge. If the notes move rather quickly from high to low, right, by steps or by skips, it could indicate, if it skips a lot, that could tell us it's joyful, or it's confused, or it could be a bunch of other things, right? If the chords, there's that word chords, right? Chords are those stack of notes. We talked about this in 4th grade. Chords are those stack of notes that are, on the staff, 3 or more notes stacked on top of each other. If the chords sound major or minor, right, that tells us the mood of a song. Remember, minor doesn't always mean sad. Tempo, right, or tempi. Again, if a song is quick, pardon me, it's a little dry in my apartment right now. If the tempo or the tempi of the pieces are are fast, that's usually excited or crazy or maybe joyful, or if it's slow, it could be sad or anger or lonely or confused, or it could be a bunch of different things. It's really hard to tell. If there's a singer, this is the big one. And I can't stress this enough. So I'm going to kind of get out a highlighter here to kind of drive this part home. Yeah, where's my highlighter? Here we go. Here we go. If there's a singer in the song, listen to the singer, as they obviously will likely provide you a real interpretation, or will probably give you the real message of what the song is about. Sorry, my highlighting wasn't that good. But in other words, if there's a singer in the song, listen to the singer, right? Those words usually give away the overall mood of the song. That's a huge bing, 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 right? All right, so by itself, by its title, you probably don't know what this song is. Oh, hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ah, so you can tell by its upbeat tempo, by the way the notes skip, and there are some steps in here, that this moves about, that you could tell the mood of this piece, Spring, by Antonio Vivaldi, that this has a rather joyful, I should say, kind of mood to it, right? You could say, you could probably give it some other moods too, right? The key is major. This is an E major, for those of you who remember key signatures, 6th graders, right? This is an E major. Happiness. I wouldn't say anger, not sadness. All right. This one, 6th graders. This one's gonna bring you back. Sixth graders, if you want to message me later in classroom, I would love to hear if you remember what this song is about. I'm not going to tell you. You have to tell me. If you remember from last year what I told you this song was about.
Es ist der Vater mit seinem Kind, er hat den Knaben wohl in dem Arm, er fasst ihn sicher, er hält ihn warm.
Aha. So that one has a minor feel to it, right? So that could be, and even though the tempo is relatively fast, the pitches move in a more kind of stepwise motion, even though they leap at times, right? So, mood is a big part of it. One last thing, and we'll get to part 2 of this next week. One last thing I wanted to touch on. There won't be an assignment this week, but there will be an assignment, by the way, next week. Okay, that you will do. That will be due when we come back from break. Okay. The dynamics in music control. How loud or soft the music becomes. Okay, so dynamics are not just you place it in the song and then it happens, right? The word dynamics mean how soon you go from loud to soft. Okay? Dynamics are loud. Okay, dynamics are loud and soft, right? They're everything. They're piano. They are forte, right? But they are also going. They are the time you go from, how much time, I should say, it takes to go from loud to soft or soft to loud. Okay, going from soft to loud is a crescendo, right? And going from loud to soft to loud is a decrescendo, right? Dynamics do a lot to a song. We saw in that last example, the one that was in minor there, it started off soft, and then it got really loud when it gets to that high notes there. When in the spring piece, dun 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 dun, goes from forte to really soft, dun 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 dun, right? So those play a, they play a, they really play an important role, right? Here's a Scarborough Fair. I don't show this one nearly enough, but this one is a perfect example of dynamics. How dynamics play a role. Starts off with just a little piccolo there, right? Then we've got this beautiful violin that comes in. It kind of goes from piano to a mezzo forte kind of volume, right? And then back, decrescendos, crescendos back up, and then perhaps decrescendos, right? So while we have this, it really brings this effect to the piece. Right? So next week we're going to pick up where we left off here. And we're going to continue talking about dynamics. And we are going to continue with a couple other elements that you can use to describe music. Now, like I said, there's no assignment for this week, okay? Other than to watch this video, please. I hope you watched this all the way and didn't just skip to the end here to check the assignment. I hope not, because I do take the time to make these videos. So there's no assignment for this week, but I will post one next week once we have finished this topic. Okay? I hope everybody's staying. and stay safe and healthy. And we will see. I If you have any questions, contact me. All right, take care.